Hey guys, and welcome back to another segment of Who Really Owns the XB3 Designs. Previously, I released a video pointing out some rumors that were floating around about the ownership of the XB3 and HookShot designs. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll put a link in the description below. Be sure to check it out, as it will definitely prove as to who owns the rightful ownership of the XB3 designs. In this segment, however, I wanted to extend some validation on my behalf. I would like to show you some additional examples that were not shown previously. And I would also like to touch base on some media that the defendant has recently released in response to my first video, which again you can find in the comment section below. First, let's start by showing off some of the defendant's media that was not covered in the first video. If you go to his YouTube channel, you will see his profile picture and channel banner. Let's start with the profile picture. That's a really nice design. But wait, that looks familiar. Oh, that's right. That's because I designed this over 6 months ago in my personal Canvas account, as you can see here. Now, let's check out the banner. That's a really nice banner, but that looks familiar as well. Let's see if I designed that one. I did. Here it is, also designed by me over 6 months ago. How can that be? Magic, I guess. Let's take a few seconds to look at his Etsy account the defendant has. Well, will you look at that? Same copied design. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Let's touch base on the website the defendant is running. Same copied design. Also, take note of the URL address, which is spelled Extreme Designs, which was actually copied from the website extremebows.com. If you look up both URL registries, you'll see that the website extremebows.com was actually released before the defendant's website, Extreme Designs. Now, for the boring part of the video. You can skip ahead if you'd like. I want to take a moment and talk about the defendant's video he released in response to my first video, which you can find in the comment section below. If you happen to see my first video, you'll learn that the defendant has spent some time in my Discord server, which serves as a purpose for like-minded people to hang out and talk about like-minded things. Recently, the defendant released a video, and his only response, after all the proof that was presented to him, was to highlight the conversation we had during the time he spent in Discord. I'm actually glad he did, as I forgot to mention how he ended up with the files in the first place. Now, I just want to reiterate, as I explained in my previous video, I do not deny speaking to the defendant, especially about the creation of crossbows. The defendant likes to remix models, which is how he ended up with some of my files in the first place. And being the decent person that I am, I told him that if I were to ever sell any of the remixes that he created, I would pay him a commission. However, he could not redistribute them in any way. If this were to take place, of course, then a contract would be presented and signed, and that contract would be listed with the product. Let's take a quick look at an example. If you go to the website extremebows.com, take a look at the Punisher remix, sift through the pictures, and you'll see a contract that specifically goes with that design. Also, if you go to the description, you'll see credit given to the inventor. So look guys, it's not my intentions to make anyone look bad. My efforts are to only correct the wrong. A lot of small businesses depend on avenues like social media, as I do, and I felt it was only right to address the issues at large. It's not unusual for members to collaborate, but I must warn you, be very careful whom you trust and collaborate, because someone is always looking to take your credit, as someone is trying to take mine.